first thing I did was I drew a golf ball on this piece of graph paper. What I then did was I drew a line through the centre of the ball and I scaled that out to 100 metres. So we're imagining we're going to hit the ball 100 metres. So if I apply a force at the back of the ball with the club face square, the ball's going to travel along the line in a straight line and finish up the flag 100 metres away. What I then did next was I picked a spot about 1 millimetre off centre and I drew that line through the centre of the ball out to 100 metres. So I now had a right angled triangle. Now when I did this years ago, all I did was work to the squares on the piece of graph paper. What I then learned several years ago now was if you're 1 millimetre off centre at the moment that you hit the golf ball, so 1 millimetre impact, assuming this club face is square and travelling in the right direction, equals 4.69 metres off target at 100 metres. It's pretty accurate really. If you can be accurate to a millimetre, that's really, really good. Now, when I was doing the golf shows back in the 2010s, etc., London and Manchester, I would often ask golfers, how big's a dimple? Being surrounded by proper golfers, I thought they'd know, but they don't actually know. So a dimple on average is 3.85 millimetres in diameter, which means if you're now 1 dimple off centre at the moment you hit the ball, assuming the club face is square and travelling in that direction, means that at 100 metres you'll be 18.69 metres, or in old money 20.43 yards off target to the left or right if you're 1 dimple off centre. Now I then explain, I'm pretty good at what I do, but what's the chance of me giving you something to think about and you're going to improve your goal swing by 3.85 millimetres and you're going to consciously do it? I think that's ridiculous. What we do know now though, if we can help you to appreciate what happens when you're hitting the golf ball, this diagram here is all about creating you some reality. Because at this moment in time, your perception is that you could be miles off. If you're thinking about being 20 odd yards out at 100 metres, then that could be miles off. The reality is, all you need to do is improve by 1 dimple, and we think that's achievable. Enjoy the rest of your day wherever you are, and please get in touch on the usual channels on social media. Look out for the MindFit Golf Coach, and we look forward to working with you soon. Have a great day. Bye.